I've got my notes because I've got a bit doolally today. So let's lie down. I'm actually going to get my blanket. Have your band or your towel or your strap handy. I'm going to get really comfy there, just for the back of my head. So do make sure you're really comfy. And then bring yourself to Shavasana. So let's just have the feet a little bit wider than hip width. So just notice that. Let your feet drift out to the sides of the mat. Bring your palms to face up. And then let's just close our eyes. We've got 6 breaths, 6 easy breaths. So let's close our eyes. Let's just give ourselves a moment. We'll revisit this position just for our final relaxation. So know you've got that coming up. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose or exhaling through the mouth. We've been looking at that, haven't we, this week a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's just let go of Thursday. And maybe let go of the whole of the week. Heading pretty much in towards the weekend. We can inhale into the tummy, into the waist, into the chest. And as we exhale from the chest, from the tummy, or from the waist and from the tummy. So filling up from the bottom to the top. Let's do a couple more breaths, deeper, longer breaths if you wanted. Just notice already how you started to settle the shoulders, maybe soften any tension across the forehead or your whole face. Now last deeper breath. Find any breath that feels good now. And maybe just take note. Take note of how your body's feeling this evening. So if there's any tightness or restrictions that you know you've had for the day, we're going to work around those. We're going to work with them. So not going to be forcing or straining. And we're going to accept where our body's taking us this evening. Let go of any last unwanted tension. And then when you're ready, maybe blink open your eyes, leave your arms where they are, but bring our feet just flat to the floor. Maybe move your back so your back feels really comfy, keeping the knees and feet in hip width. Inhale both legs over to one side, it does not matter which, and turn your head on the exhale away from the leg position. Good, next inhale, bring the legs back to your start, notice the feet on the ground. Good, exhaling, and then your next inhale, see if you can travel the legs over to the other side. Maybe your exhale to turn your head in the opposite direction. Good, inhale, and as the feet come to the ground, exhale. You could be changing that breath pattern as we do that one more time each side. Just go with whatever breath comes up just to start with. Coming back to the central position. Enjoy, we'll do the last one to the other side. So just giving the body a bit of a chance, a bit of time just to wake up, ease out. Good, and coming all the way back to our start, well done. Could you bring both knees into chest, one at a time, knees come in. We place the hands onto the shins and we knit the thighs together. Draw the legs in towards you, just so you feel a little bit of a stretch into that lower back area. Let's just take a couple of breaths. Maybe just enjoy moving from one side to the other. Just massaging it into the lower back. And once you've evened that up, bring yourself to a pause. When you're ready, with whichever breath kind of works for you, turning your head to one side and turning your head to the other. Just start to massage out across the back of the head. This is really nice. I've got my blanket here, and that just feels really good. Just massaging into the back of the head, yes, maybe towards the temples as well, but using the breath. Inhaling and exhaling just as feels good. And when we've evened that up and we come back to our start, take hold of your right shin for me, tap your left foot down and stretch out your left leg. See if you can keep your back fairly still. And then just take an extra breath, inhaling. And see if you can exhale to bring the right thigh a little closer to the body and the left leg a little bit further along the mat. And you might have had an extra breath there. as we were doing that. So the breath you can feel coming into the tummy and almost into that thigh then, can't you? Yeah, and then we'll switch to the other side. So we'll draw in the left leg. Take your time, there's no rush. Go there when you're ready, stretch out the right leg for me, drawing in the left. Just really enjoy that. Your back resting on the mat, your right leg stretching out. And again, just giving the body a chance just to free up a little bit. Good. And then when you're ready, just bring both knees back into the chest. So we could stay here, or we can nod the chin to chest, inhaling. And then on your exhale, just bring the nose towards the knees. So again, we might get a deeper stretch into the lower back. You might feel that in towards that middle and upper back. When you're ready, inhale, keep bringing the legs in, but exhale your head down back towards the mat and then relax. Placing your feet down, could you take hold of either your strap, your yoga strap, or your Pilates band, or your towel? Yeah, and we're going to place whatever we've got around the left foot and stretch the left leg up into the sky. So I'd like the whole of your back resting on the mat. I'd like your left leg long and lengthened. And then stretch out your right leg back to where we were a moment ago, if that feels comfortable. You might have a towel, you might just be holding onto the leg. Do not worry, don't be, rushing around to find any bits of equipment. It's absolutely fine just to be holding onto the leg. Now see if you can relax the body by bringing the back of the arms towards the mat. I can see there's people flying around their rooms trying to get their equipment in order. I'm not going to say anything at all. So can we leave the back on the mat, take a breath in, and on the exhale, see if you can lengthen your left leg up into your band strap towel, or just holding on and stretching your leg up. Take one more breath here, inhaling. So you can feel a really good stretch down the back of the leg without straining, exhaling. Good, and then just release the leg a little bit for me, relaxing. And then on your next inhale, see if you can lengthen the leg all the way back up, stretching out the right leg if that feels okay for you. Take your time. Good, then when you're ready, see if you can take hold of your strap, band, towel, whatever you've got in your left hand for me. Again, soften the left shoulder, anchor your right hip and shoulder onto the mat, and inhale as you take your left leg to the left. Now double check you're not over gripping your band to create, too much tension. And then I just want you to pause in that inner thigh stretch. Notice groin area, notice a gentle stretch on the inner thigh, nothing too drastic. This is going to help with our pyramid pose and our twisted pyramid pose a little bit later, just so you know there's a purpose for it. And then when you're ready, sweep the leg all the way back up, take a breath. Now you might just want to have a breather. If everything feels okay, see if you can bring the left leg in again. Inhale. And exhale, lengthening up in towards the strap, softening the upper body. Open the strap for me, band or towel. Slide your right foot to the floor, just take a moment. And then see if we can swap over. Can we bring the right foot into the band? Place your left foot down to the ground. And then again, just settle your back onto the mat. Make sure there's length in the back of the neck, the shoulders are relaxed. Lengthen up now on the next inhale from the mat all the way up into the band, and maybe we can exhale our left leg out. You might have your left foot on the floor. Good, we'll try that again. So we've got the whole of the back resting on the mat, and we've got some energy up through the thigh, up through the shin, and up into our right foot. Now, and again, notice the upper body's relaxed. We've got the back of the arms on the mat. And we've got a light grip on our band, towel, or wherever we are there. Let's release the legs, supported by the towel or the strap or the band. Go and then see if we can inhale the leg back up towards the ceiling. Now, without forcing it, without trying to snap the leg off, can we get some energy to lengthen the leg up towards the ceiling? Now, take your time. Good. Welcome anybody that's just joining. You're more than welcome. Good, then when you're ready, can you take the band maybe just in that right hand now? You can have both if you want. And inhale your right leg to the right, noticing your left hip, thigh, shoulder stay on the ground. Enjoy that. Notice the inner thigh, the groin area. Again, there's no pain or strain. The upper body beautifully relaxed, back of the head softly on the mat. Inhaling and exhaling, we've nearly finished our prep. Good, when you're ready, see if we can bring the leg all the way back to our start position. And then either just relaxing, maybe bringing both knees into chest, or see if you can go again into that back of the thigh stretch, just if the body's okay to do that. Absolutely fine to have a break if not. Our last breath, inhaling the leg in, exhaling the leg up. And then let's see if we can bend the left knee to bring the foot to the floor. Can we bend the right knee and take the strap away and just pop it to the side? Well done. Bring both knees into chest again. This time we'll nod the chin to chest. Option is to come over onto your side, or can we exhale our way up to sitting? Now this is where you might want your block or your cushion. So you can have your block if you like. I'm going to pop my block under my hips there, so right on those sit bones. And then just come with me. We're crossing the legs, whichever way works for you. And then find yourself in your seated position. Good, then from here, could we just place the hands, we don't have to have crossed legs, we could have our little froggy leg position, we could have a straighter leg position, but if you want to cross the legs over, then absolutely fine. We're not going to be here long. I'd like us to hinge forward from the hips. So we've actually still got a lovely long lengthened spine. Yeah, and then just notice if the knees feel comfortable. You might start to notice the lower back, maybe the back of the hips. If everything feels okay, place the hands in front. Yeah, maybe have a little shift around. Yeah, stretch out the legs if you need. And if everything feels okay, we could inhale and then exhale our way over our thighs and bring our hands slightly further forward just to rest over the legs. You're staying there 5 breaths, but it might be that you're still up. It might be that you're just resting your hands on the thighs. It might even be that you've got your arms by the side of your body. Whichever's going to work for you. Some of us will bring our forearms down towards the mat. And I'd like another couple of breaths, stretching out into the back of the hips. You might feel the glute muscles, back of the body. And our folding's always lovely, isn't it, in the evening? And when you're ready, we can ease our way back up to wherever we started in that upright position. If we've crossed our legs, can we recross the legs in the opposite direction? Settle yourself back onto your sit bones, take a moment. Good, and then again, can we lean forward, hinging from the hips? Good, lengthen spine staying here, or reaching the hands slightly further forward, and maybe inhaling and exhaling to reach over the legs again. Again, some of us will stay up, some of us will be in a modified position, some will be upright with our arms at the side of the body, which is absolutely fine. Some of us will bring our forearms down towards the ground and curl the crown of the head down towards the mat. Good, we've got 3 more breaths, stretching out into the back body, maybe the back of the hips. Last breath, inhale, wide and full, and exhale. Now from here, we can just tip forward and bring ourselves onto our knees. Yeah. Otherwise, we can roll over onto our side and pop ourselves onto our knees. So we'll bring ourselves just to 4-point kneeling. Well done. Good, and then from here we're going to sit into our child pose. Sit back into your child pose. Come with me as we round into cat. So can we inhale our way up into cat? And then can we exhale to a long lengthened back? Can you come with me again? So can we inhale and exhale back into our child pose? Well done. And then we're going to take that into striking cobra if you want to come with me. Firm up your hands. Inhale as you round yourself into your cat. And exhale as you bring yourself over your wrists, so shoulders over the wrists, and bring yourself to look forward without collapsing the back. We go again. So we go into our cat, inhaling. Exhale our way back into child pose. Inhale our way up into cat, rounding through the back, ready to come shoulders over the wrists, and exhale to bring the chest forward and our gaze ahead. Pretty much a long lengthened spine. We're not collapsing down into our kind of cobra position there, are we? So again, we'll do that one more time. Enjoy. One more time. Easing our way back, stretching out the back. Rounding up for the last time into our cat pose, inhaling up. Body weight comes forward, open the palms, spread the fingers. And our exhale takes us through into our striking cobra. Chest lifts. Gaze is up. Good, and then we'll head all the way back, beautifully done, to find ourselves back in our child pose for a single breath. Beautifully done again. Now, can you sit back on towards those heels, adapting where you need, and then take both hands over to the left side, just enjoy. So reach both hands over towards the left, let your forehead come down towards them out. The hands can be shoulder width apart. Some of us like to place the right hand on top of the left, so you're welcome to do that. Take a couple of breaths wide into the right side of the body. So into the right ribs, armpit, waist. Really notice that lovely stretch into that whole right side. Exhaling, let go. And that might be out through the mouth. Try one more breath, inhaling. Which feels better, through the nose or just letting go out through the mouth, whichever works for you. Bring the arms all the way back to the start. Readjust the body where you need, and then bring ourselves over to the other side. So both hands creep over to the right side, maybe shoulder width apart, or maybe your left hand sits on top of your right. Now with your hips sitting back over your heels, now take that breath into the left side of the body. So the left armpit, the left ribs, the left waist. See if you can really separate the ribs. We get a little bit of movement into that left side. One more solid breath here. And then when you're ready, releasing all the way back to 4-point kneeling. Bring ourselves up, just back to 4-point kneeling. Just going to move my blanket. And then just once each side for bird dog, so we can look ahead, space between the ears and the shoulders, hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Reach the leg out, stretch out through the fingertips and just pause for a moment. Tuck the back toes if that's okay for you, just to give you a little bit more purchase on the mat and get an extra stretch, watching that the left shoulder stays away from the ear. Enjoy, last breath. Inhaling, and as you exhale, release everything down to relax. Good, maybe readjust the body, readjust the back. Good, then when you're ready, gaze ahead, space between the ears and the shoulders, right arm, left leg. You might be ahead of me, and that's absolutely fine. We could tuck the right toes to support us now. Good, one solid breath here, lovely work, guys. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice that energy all the way through the back of the body. And then lower the arm and leg down, take a breath. So now we're going to take the hands forward, one distance forward. There's 3 press-ups here. Now, if you prefer to come away from the press-ups, you could sit back to child pose, or you could even try 3 cats. Yeah? Otherwise, I'd like us just to try hands coming forward, 1 hand distance, elbows tucked in, body weight comes forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. When you're ready, exhale our way down, take a breath in, exhale our way back up. Take a breath in. Yeah, remember that the hips stay pretty much in line with the shoulders rather than popping the hips down. Good, if you've got one more to do, super slow, open those palms, tuck the elbows in and bring the body weight down. Feet can go wherever they like, and then push ourselves all the way up and back just to child pose one more time. Really well done. Beautiful work, gang. Come all the way up to 4-point kneeling. And then just notice the hands are slightly further forward. So if you're in your press-up position, your hands are slightly further forward to take us into downward facing dog. Just enjoy now. Tuck the toes under, take a breath in. And on the exhale, we'll pull the hips all the way up and back. And we'll keep the knees bent, keep the length through the spine. And we've been working on a softness in the knee, haven't we? But a really lovely lengthened back. The head hangs between those inner elbows. And we've been knitting the outside edge of the armpit. Sounds bonkers, doesn't it? But we're pulling that outside edge of the armpit in towards the middle of the back. And that draws those shoulders up and back, doesn't it? Can you feel that? as you just squeeze the shoulder blades lightly together. Now, when you're ready, we're going to pick up the right foot. We're going to try it. Pick up that right foot. Exhale the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can have a go. It doesn't matter where we get to. You can always come back down. Absolutely fine, can't you? And then we bring the leg back in. Pull the left thigh in towards you. Have a little bounce on that left leg. And then bring your right foot to your right thumb. Oh yeah, we're there. We're there. Well done. Now just take a moment. Just take a moment here. Take a couple of breaths. Good, and then have a look at your left foot. I'd like to spiral your left foot a little bit out to the left. So that both feet are slightly separated and your left foot is on the ground. The outside edge of your left foot on the mat. Have a look at the right knee. The right knee is directly over your right ankle. And then when you're ready, we're going to round up. So we're going to slowly round up, bringing ourselves to Warrior One with our palms just resting to our heart centre. Well done. Doesn't matter if you've had a wobble or any of that, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, take your time. Place your hand on your left hip for me and see if you can pull that left hip round to face the front edge of your mat. It's likely to be a little bit to the left, so just pull that left hip round. Well done, gang. If all's okay here, inhale the arms over the head. Yeah, so front knee over the ankle. Yeah, have a look, double check that for me. If you're with someone in your space or you can see anyone in your space there, or you're with anyone, then just double check what they're doing. Don't tell them off though, that'd be me, wouldn't it? Good, from here we'll bring the hands heart centre. Good, and we're going to bring our hands either side of our front foot. Yeah. Have a look at that back foot, and then just bring that back foot in a tinsy-wincy bit. What I want you to do now is bring your front foot just a little bit over towards the right, to the left, so that your heels are level. Come all the way back up for me, placing now the hands into the lower back. Can you straighten your front leg? Well done. Good, from here, can we exhale to hinge forward? So a little hinge forward until we find a stretch into the back of the thigh. So this is heading towards our pyramid pose. Good, we might decide to stay here, which is absolutely fine. We might have a little micro bend of our right knee. Take a breath in, place your hands to the thigh. Option now is to exhale and float the hands down, letting the body fold over the right leg. Maybe resting the hands on the thigh lightly, maybe bringing the hands to the shin, or some of us might bring the fingertips to the ground. So totally up to you and where you're okay with that. Take a couple of breaths here, inhaling. And exhaling, you're doing absolutely brilliantly. Take your time, inhale, anchor that back foot for me, and then exhale. Really well done. Now take a bend of our right knee, so our right knee bends. We look at our back foot, and our back foot can spiral a little bit out towards the left. Stay with me. Our right hand comes inside our right foot. So now your right arm's pretty much perpendicular towards your right inner thigh there, shin area. Yeah, you could be on a block, you could have your hand just resting on your shin or your ankle. We're reaching our left arm up towards the sky, taking a breath in. Yeah, lovely. And we're opening the chest towards the left, lengthening out through the crown of the head. From here, can we spiral all the way up to Warrior Two? So the front knee over the ankle, we bring the arms all the way up, and we find ourselves in Warrior Two. Beautiful. Turn your right palm up towards the ceiling, inhale. Yeah, double check the front knee over the ankle. And then as you exhale, can you reach the right arm up and back, some Warrior? Beautifully done, gang. Okay, the next outward breath, we're bringing the arms all the way, spiraling all the way around. Take your time to your right foot. So the arms spiral all the way around to your right foot. Can we pick up our left heel, place our foot then to face forward, and then see if we can pop the heel down again. So now our right knee slightly bent, our back leg is straight. Our left fingertips are going to come to the mat or your shin. Yeah, so mat if you can, block if you've got it. Yeah, and then bring your right hand just to rest onto your right hip and turn a little bit towards the right. So that's all we're doing on this one. So a little twisted pyramid. Take a breath in. We could be up, we could have the hand on the shin. And then when you're ready, exhale both hands down either side of the right foot. Well done. Let's pick up the back Ball of foot, place the foot to the floor, and then see if you can bring the right foot all the way back to join the left. Yeah, really well done. Good, take a breath in, downward facing dog. Good, then when you're ready, put all the way down towards your knees. Sit all the way back into your child pose and take an extra breath. Inhale and exhale. Good, when you're ready, come all the way back to 4-point kneeling. You know where we're going. So let's have the hands slightly further forward. Good, tuck the toes, take a breath in. And on the exhale, head all the way up and back into our downward facing dog. Our key points for tonight, we're pulling the shoulders a little bit away from those ears. So we're pulling the shoulders up towards the back of the body. So pulling the shoulders up and back. The outside of the armpit wrapping round to the back of the body, give the shoulders a squeeze. Some of us will have the heels down to the ground, but others will have our knees bent and our heels lifted to get that long length through the spine. And then when you're ready, both heels can lift for the left leg to sweep up towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter if you're just popping the foot up a little bit. Just see where you can go. Take a breath in, bring the knee towards your chest. And then look at your left thumb as you drive through your right leg. Can you bring your left foot to your right thumb? Really well done. Have a look at your back foot for me. Turn your right foot a little bit out towards the right. Plant your heel down. Your feet are slightly separated. Good. Make sure you're firm and strong in the legs. Your left knee over the ankle. Notice both feet on the mat for me. And then see if we can round our way up. Can we round our way up, staying stable and strong? And bring our hands to prayer. It doesn't matter if we have a wobble. Can you place your right hand on your right hip and then bring your right hip to face the front edge of the mat? So just give it just that little bit of chance just to zhuzh around. Well done. Now option to stay here. Left knee over the ankle, back leg lengthened, straight, outside edge of the foot onto the mat, length through the spine, and then we can inhale the arms up and over the head if we want to. We don't have to. Yeah, shoulders are over the hips, you're doing beautifully. Good, firm up both feet. Take an extra breath. Good, then when you're ready, we'll just bring the hands down. Second time around, we won't do this a little bit, but we'll have a go now. And then we just bring our foot in a little bit. So we bring our left foot over to the right. So now both feet are level. Yeah, both feet are level. We come all the way back up to our start. Take the hands into the lower back and we're going to straighten our left leg. Now, if you need a little bend in the knee, that's what we take. On the next inhale, can we lean slightly forward and then exhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. You might decide to adjust your feet so your back foot comes in a little bit, and that's absolutely fine too. So if you need to just adapt your foot position, then make sure you feel comfortable here. Lengthening out through the crown of the head. Notice that balance. Notice the strength in both legs. And then when you're ready, place the hand to the thigh. Good. Can we exhale our way down the leg? Maybe a little bit of the way. Maybe we've stayed up. Yeah. Otherwise, we can come down towards the shin, making sure we feel comfortable in the back of the leg, not straining. And some of us will bring the fingertips down either to a block, or that can be just slightly forward of your foot, or maybe fingertips to the ground. We can let the body fold over the leg if that feels comfortable. Yeah, really well done. Very nice going. Good, then when you're ready, a little softness through our left knee. Yeah, we can take the right leg back just a fraction. Bring our left hand inside our left foot. Good, and then reach all the way up into our side ankle pose. Yeah, absolutely fine to bring ourselves up. Some of us will come up to our regular position, in our little shelf position. Good, take a breath in and a breath out. When you're ready, we're spiraling all the way up to our warrior two. I'm just going to spin round. So now we've got left knee over the ankle, we've got the chest open, we've got the hips open. Sun warrior, yeah, taking the palm all the way up to the sky, reaching back and up towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful. Very nicely done again. Remember, that is that lovely side bend. Good, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, spiral both arms all the way around either side of your left foot. Good, bring the knee to face forward. And then see if you can bring your left foot back to join the right. Beautifully done. Pop to the knees. Sit all the way back into your child pose. You're going to take an extra breath. And then when you're ready, scoot the body forward. Start to reach the hands forward for me. Bring yourself slowly onto your forearms. Pop yourself up. And then as you stretch the legs back, you'll find yourself in Sphinx pose. Good. From here, we'll lay the body down. Bring the hands slightly back towards the shoulder line. Yeah. Some of us will come down. Some of us will stay up in our Sphinx and just be happy with that for 3 breaths or so. Otherwise, 3 little cobras. So we can inhale our way up into our cobra pose, or half of that, and then we can exhale our way down. So anybody with any issues through the back, you might come up to a little swan, you might just stay in the supported Sphinx. Twice more, inhale, extend the legs, lengthening up, and then exhaling, elbows coming down. Yeah, so you can start with the arms on the ground if you like. Good, inhaling up, tuck the shoulder blades into the back body. Good, lift, lengthen, stretch, and then gradually lower ourselves down all the way back to our start. Good, as we bring the hands under the shoulders, push yourself all the way up, sit all the way back to child pose. Good, and then come back to 4-point kneeling. Now stay with me, a lovely flow now, just before we come back onto the mat. So bring the hands just slightly further forward, Tuck the back toes and exhale our way back up into downward facing dog. I'd like just to see if we can do maybe a single or 2 breaths from exactly what we've just done. So the knees are bent, take your time, shuffle those sit bones all the way up to the sky. Maybe we straighten the legs, maybe we brought the heels down towards the ground. Tuck the outside edge of the armpit in towards the middle of the body. And then see if we can sweep the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. We might want to be on the ball of the foot. Firm up both hands. Exhale through to bring your right foot to your right thumb. Inhale, spiral your left foot down towards the ground. And then see if we can inhale our way up to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Well done, gang. Pause for a moment. I'll let everybody get to that position. Option is to take the arms up to the sky, right knee over the ankle, back leg is straight, we know where we're going, outside edge of the foot to the ground, space between the ears and the shoulders. Well done. As we bring the hands to prayer, I'd like us just to bring our back leg in a fraction. Yeah, just bring it in a fraction. Bring the hands into the lower back, straighten the front leg, inhaling, and then as we exhale, tip forward into our pyramid pose. So both hips are square on. If you've got the hands in the lower back, you'll notice the pelvis is level to the mat. Yeah, guys, I can see some of us are kind of here, but remember, you want your head pretty much in alignment with your spine most of the time. Place the hands to the thigh, and then when you're ready, inhale and then exhale yourself over the legs if that's an option to you, over your leg. Bring the fingertips down either side of the front foot, or keep the weight even through both legs and keep the hands just onto the hips or into the lower back. Good, when you're ready, you are nearly there. Place our right hand down inside our right foot, bend the right knee. An option is to come up onto the thigh for our side angle pose. Good, option is to leave the fingertips on the floor and then inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Well done. Yeah, so we're making that straight line from the left fingertips all the way down to the right or to your little shelf. Yeah, lovely, not staying. We're inhaling all the way back to Warrior 2 so we can bring the upper body up, the front knee over the ankle. Exhale, and then inhale your right arm all the way up to the sky. Good, as you exhale to look up to the fingertips. Beautiful, we're not staying. Spiral the arms around, we are there. Bring the hands either side of our right foot, bring the back knee to face forward, and then exhale your right leg to join the left. Superbly done, gang. Good, take your time, find your position, open the palms, spread the fingers, notice where those shoulders are lifting up and away, inner elbows facing forward, head hanging. Now our left leg takes that long sweep up, enjoy it, see where you can get to. Doesn't matter if it's just a little knee bend or just a pop of the foot up or not at all. Now exhale as we bring the left foot all the way through to find our left thumb. And then let's inhale, pop the right foot down. Yeah, you can adjust that a little bit as we go, so feel free. And then when you're stable through the left leg, can we inhale all the way up to find our prayer, Warrior 1. Our right hip then faces the front edge of the mat. You're doing superb again. outside edge of the foot to the mat, and then inhale the arms over the head if that's available to you. Double check your shoulders are over your hips and that right hip is facing to the front edge of the mat. Take an inhale. Lovely adjustments. Exhale. Then we'll sweep the hands now to the lower back. We'll step the right foot in, maybe half a centimetre. Inhale as we straighten the left leg. Take your time, both legs are now straight. And then exhale our way over to our pyramid pose. Use the back of the hand to notice where your back is. Soften the left knee so that you're not straining into the back of the thigh if that feels better for you. Inhale the hands to the thighs, to the thigh, the left thigh, and then exhale, see if we can pop ourselves down a little bit. Can we fold over the leg, or can we bring maybe the fingertips down to the block? Now, this is where we're likely to turn a little bit towards the right, so we still want that right hip pulling forward and the left hip pulling back. That's where we're going to get that energy into that left side of the body there. Soften your left knee for your left fingertips, or you're coming to your shelf, and then we'll bring that right hand to the hip to open up into side angle pose. So we can have the fingertips to the ground, and then our right arm up to the sky. Find your feet, find your balance, find the strength into the left front of thigh and that back foot, and then inhale our way to warrior two. Good, when you're ready, I'm just switching. Good, turning your left palm up. Well done. And then see if we can inhale our way into sun warrior. Lengthen out through both sides of the waist, open up into your left side, and then spiral the arms, let them flow all the way around to that front foot, that left foot. Pick up the back heel, bring the knee to face forward. One last time, downward facing dog. Good, and this time just have a little pedal. 8, inhale, you might come straight down to 4-point kneeling, absolutely fine. 4, we're going 3, we're going 2, we're going 1. Now pop your way down onto your knees, swing your legs all the way over to one side, and then I want it to come all the way back into Shavasana. So this is where you might want to use your block for your lovely bridge pose. So if you've got one of those blocks, I'd really be tempted to use it. Come all the way to your back for me. Well done. Don't get too comfy, but you can get a little bit comfy if you like. Okay, so guys, bridge first without any props, and then if you've got your props, we can add those in, just so it's fair for everybody. So knees and feet in hip width. Notice if there's any change in the body, a bit of change in temperature maybe, or just maybe a little bit more relaxed than where we first started on the mat. And then let's inhale all the way up into bridge. So we're lifting the spine away from the mat. Now some of us are going to be happy with our heels directly under our knees, our hips lifting, our chest lifting. Maybe some of us will squeeze the shoulder blades together and lose those, squeeze the shoulder blades together and open up through the chest. And some of us might just stay with our broad shoulders and the arms to the ground. At the side of us, if we wanted, we can squeeze the hands together, take the knuckles towards the ankles, or we can have the hands into the lower back. So we've got those options there for our bridge, whichever's going to work for you and whatever feels right for you this evening. Take 3 breaths, opening up into the front of the thighs, open up into the hips, open up into the chest and the front of the shoulder. Make sure you've got space between the chin and the chest, and the neck feels comfortable. Better to have the chin a little bit higher to the sky than crumpled down. Here's our last breath. Release the arms, release the shoulders, and then make your slow journey all the way down to the mat and come into a wonderful knee hug for me. We can repeat that bridge, and I'll give the option if we've got our block handy. So we can put the feet to the floor, and then we can all come up into that bridge. If you've got your block ready, just have your block by the side of you. So as you peel up into Setu Bandhasana, the knees and feet are in hip width, and I'm just going to use that kind of medium edge of my block. So I'm going to have that height, and I'm going to place that right under my sacrum and pretty much my lower back. And it's just like you've got this lovely support, really beautiful height then that we can just relax into. Yeah, so we've got the arms at the side of the body. All the same principles can apply. Then you can lift the hips, place the thumbs into the lower back, bring the elbows in and lift a little bit higher. Yeah, you could just leave the arms at the side of the body. And what we can do if we've got our block, we then can come from our block and lift. So we can see if we can get that little bit of extra height if we're using our block there. Yeah? Or you can relax into it. Let's do 2 more breaths where we are. I hope I'm not the only one using the blocks. I feel like it's a little bit of a luxury there because it does feel such a good position to be in. Really, it's a restorative pose, really. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. I might just have to stay here actually a bit longer. I won't really. Good, and then if we've got our block, we can take that away and then begrudgingly put it to the side. And then we can come all the way back down out of our bridge. Pause, and then bring both knees into chest. Really well done, go. Now what I'd like us to try is our plough pose. Yeah, so I'd really like us to try our plough, but I know not everybody wants to do that. If you've got any issues around your neck and shoulders, really, and probably, any osteopenia or osteoporosis, I'm going to give you the option of a happy baby, which is quite nice. Or we're going to be in our plough for a couple of breaths. So if we'll go happy baby first, we can go knees into chest. Now we can scoot the hands into the backs of the thighs, kick the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Just let the knees drift a little bit wider and then take the top of the foot or the ankles or stay with the arms just tucked around the lower back of the thighs. So that's a lovely position to be in. Happy baby or wind relieving pose. We don't need to say any more than that. Now, if you wanted to try your plough pose and you know it's a suitable exercise for you, we can then extend the legs. This is all if you know it's right for your body. We can soften the knees, inhaling, lifting the hips. And then on your exhale with the legs together, we can pop the feet back towards the floor behind us. Now, we don't have to come all the way back. Now, we could just come back a little bit. Now you can place your hands in your lower back for that support. Yeah. Yeah, and remember, you don't have to do any of this and you're only doing it if it's suitable for your body. Well done. Good. And then when you're ready, if you're in your plough, keep your hands in your lower back. Yeah, I can see us roly-poly in here. Bring the heels just over your sit bones. Yeah, so we've got our kind of half shoulder stand. Elbows are slightly wide and really firm up your hands into your lower back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, scoot the legs all the way up to the sky to our little shoulder stand. Now you could do that half shoulder stand, and we've got a single breath here. Just for tonight, single breath, inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then we can bend the knees in. Good, remember we'll all come to happy baby, so you can slowly lower the hips down, take your time, separate the knees, kick the heels up to the sky and take hold of the outside of your foot as you bring your knees towards your armpits. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, really well done, guys there. So bend the knees, pop the feet to the ground and stretch the legs out. Well done. Wherever you got to on that, if you stayed in your happy baby, how lovely that is. And if we got over into our plough of any description, it's quite nice just to play around with that if you know it's suitable for your body. Good, last breath, just feel the length through the whole of the spine. Reach from those fingertips all the way through to the toes. Now we're coming all the way back to our start and a lovely little supine twist before we come up for our breath work. So what I'd like now is for you to stretch out your left leg. Place your right foot on the inside of your left thigh or thereabouts, can be on the top if you prefer. Take your right arm out to the right, your left hand to the outside edge of your left thigh, right thigh, left hand to right thigh. I'll just say that again, left hand to right thigh. Inhale, and then as you exhale, start to ease the body over towards the left, noticing that your right shoulder stays on the mat. Yeah. Good, now we can stay here, or we could slip the right foot towards the ground and stretch it a little bit out towards our left side if we wanted. So now we can use our left arm out to the side and right arm out to the side. Good, that's it. Take a couple of breaths here. Remember, we can stay with the knee bent, or we can stretch that leg out, just depending on how you're feeling in the hips and back. Right shoulder nestling down towards the right side of your mat. Good, and then when we're ready, we'll bend the knee. Take your time, maybe bend both knees, so bending the left knee, and then exhale our way all the way back to our central position. Place the feet to the floor. Have a little bit of a movement around, maybe bring the knees in, maybe just stretch out one leg and then the other. Good, and then the opposite side. So we'll stretch out the right leg. We'll place the left foot to the inside of your right thigh. The left arm out to the side, soften the shoulders. Use your right hand on the outside edge of your left thigh now and ease your way over to the right. See if you can anchor the left shoulder, inhaling and exhaling. Now, if we want any more than that, we can extend the right arm and then reach the left leg all the way out to the right, or stay here with that softness in the knee there. Whichever works for you and your body, feeling that twist into the waist, maybe into the little bit into the outer hip, the lower back. Inhale deeply and exhale. Good, when you're ready, your next inhale can ease your way back, so bending the knee back in, and then bring yourself all the way back to your start. Now you've got the option to stay in Shavasana to practice our little breath sequence, or you can come up with me to your seated position. And we've been using the wall, haven't we, as a little bit of support, so you can do that. So you can either stay where you are, or you can come up to sitting. Yeah, so totally up to you. I'm going to go back to my block. Yeah, I'm going to pop one of my lights out. This is where you might want to put on your extra layers, because we are going to come straight down into Shavasana. I've got my blanket handy as well. I'm actually going to put my blanket on. Yeah, extra scarf. And then get yourself comfy. So if you've got somewhere to sit against, then I encourage you to do that, and then it means that we can really focus on our breath, doesn't it? So I'll just give everybody a few more seconds just to get super comfy there. Well done. And then we can rest our hands on our thighs, we can close our eyes. And then let's just start with a light breath in and a breath out. Just a short breath practice, just to start to calm the body down just a little. When you're ready and you've settled into the breath and your shoulders are relaxed and the spine is long and lengthened, see if we can breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep that going for me. Filling up from the bottom to the top, and then your exhale from the top to the bottom. And when you're ready, can we breathe in for 4 and out for 6? So inhaling, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, inhale, Soften your face and exhale 6. Soften the shoulders. Ready to inhale again, exactly the same. Exhale. Inhale for 4 and hold for 4. Hold. Exhale 6 again. Inhale 4. Hold. And exhale 6. Twice more, exactly the same. Hold here. Doing nothing. And then exhale 6. One more time in your own time. Shoulders relax as you hold the breath. And slow 6 count breath. Back to your own breath. Relax the shoulders a little bit more. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. See if there's any more space somewhere in the body to breathe in. Receiving the breath. An extra corner at the ribs or the waist. And then slowly blink open your eyes. And then just take your time to make your way down to Shavasana. It's exactly where we started. You might have your blanket, your extra cushion. You might be already on the mat. So get yourself, just for this last part, just really comfy. So once you're super comfy then, just start to notice your own breath. Just inhale and exhale. This is just a chance to fully relax. Just fully let go of any lasting tension or lasting bit of tension. We did this the other week where we tense and then release. That's just another way of preparing the body for a really good night's sleep. You start at the feet, and if you are likely to get cramp, you're going to miss out on scrunching up the toes. And you could make it a little bit more gentle. Then we'll close our eyes, start to soften our shoulders. And then up from the feet, see if we can scrunch up into the arch of the feet. Maybe get those toes involved, maybe not. Inhaling. And then exhale, just let the feet go. Just give them a little bit. So now we're going to think of the shins and the calves. So we get our feet involved again and see if we can then tense the shins and tense the calves. Just find that area of the body. If the rest of the leg comes involved, it doesn't matter. Let's see if we can get the shins and the calves tense. Can we tense them? And then let go. Can we tense the front and the backs of the thighs? So again, that might mean the lower leg, the shin and the calves as well. The feet can relax this time. Tense the whole of the front of the thigh, the back of the thighs. Inhaling. And then when you're ready, exhale and let those muscles just soften. In the glutes, as we tighten the buttocks, and that lifts us off the mat. Tighten those glute muscles. We'll add in those deep abdominals as well, so we'll tighten the tummy if we're trying to shrink the waist. And then let everything go. Both arms, as we can tense both arms from the top of the shoulder, the backs of the arms, the biceps, the forearms. Clench your fist. Just make the whole arm tense. Pull the fingertips into the palm, the thumb to the fingertips. And then let go. And the chest. The shoulder gets a little bit involved now. Can we tense the chest? Can we give those chest muscles a little tweak, a little squeeze? Inhaling, notice the back of the body getting involved as well, and then exhale, everything go. Then we're going to think of the face. So we're going to screw up the eyes, we're going to perk up the nose, we're going to screw up the mouth. We're going to pull everything to the centre of the face, facial yoga, and then let everything go. Let's see if we can get the whole body involved for a last breath. So maybe the feet and the shins and the calves, the thighs, the buttocks, the tummy, the shoulders, the chest, the arms, hands as well, and the face. Inhale and let go of everything now on the last exhale. Just close your eyes. Let your breath just come back to its natural rhythm. Notice the whole body just softening to the mat. The whole body calm. Notice the mind calm as well. Let go. Let go of any last little bit of tension from Thursday. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling peace and calm. And exhaling any stress. Notice that again, inhaling peace and calm for a good night's sleep. And exhaling any stress. Just let it go. One more time, inhaling peace and calm. And exhaling any lust, just stress or tension. Then very slowly, open your eyes. Feet bend the knees at the back of your back just rest on the mat. Maybe bring our knees into chest, and some of us stay in Shavasana and we can stay for longer. And then when we feel that we maybe come back into our space, we could make our journey over onto our side. And then just slowly push yourself up. Staying in Shavasana is your option. Take a breath in if you're with me. Bring the hands just to the heart centre. Namaste.